Phobia. Fast speed. What is a phobia? Phobia is a word which derives from the ancient Greek phobos, meaning fear. Fear is a natural feeling. It is part of human nature. Indeed, it can be useful on occasions. It is part of the fight or flight response that has helped us to make snap decisions and pair the situations throughout our development as a species. Nevertheless, fear is only a useful tool in some situations. In others, it can become a crippling emotion. Intense irrational fears about specific things or activities, which are in themselves not dangerous, can take over a person's life. These fears are called anxiety disorders, and the sufferer will go to enormous lengths to avoid the things he or she fears. Sometimes the anxiety can worsen and lead to a panic attack, debilitating the sufferer with physical symptoms of his or her mental distress. How do we get phobias? There are various theories about the onset of phobias. Experiments have been done in which subjects were conditioned to actually develop phobias about snakes and flowers. Such experiments found that it is easier to produce a phobia about a snake than a flower, so some things really are more scary than others. However, most experts agree that specific phobias, fear of dogs, injections, death, etc., are the result of something traumatic experienced when the sufferer was very young. The reason for the development of other phobias, such as social phobia, which includes fear of public speaking, and agoraphobia, fear of open spaces and/or crowded spaces, are harder to explain. It is suggested that sufferers may have a genetic predisposition to the condition. How can people get rid of a phobia? It is generally agreed that getting rid of a phobia is easier said than done. Experts use a variety of methods with mixed results. The benefits of the treatments may often depend on the intensity of the phobia and the type of individual who is suffering from it. In some cases, medication may be used. In others, psychotherapy may be effective. Often, one is used in conjunction with the other. Some therapies involve repeatedly exposing the sufferer to the stimulus in an effort to desensitize him or her. Thus, the phobic response will be weakened. The anxiety diluted. Some experts recommend cognitive behavior therapy, known as CBT. This therapy helps the sufferer to understand the thought processes which produce the phobic response and enables him or her to alter the debilitating train of thought. CBT claims a high success rate. Hypnotherapy can also be used as an aid to affecting the negative associations which set off the phobic person's panic response. When is phobia not a phobia? A phobia is not a phobia when it is a prejudice or dislike. For example, homophobia is defined as fear or dislike of homosexual people. Likewise, xenophobia is a fear or dislike of strangers. These phobias are not anxiety disorders.